Now, we're going to be moving on to our next conversation as the constituency lens, and we'll bring it to you every Monday. Now, what we're trying to do is to ensure that you're able to, see what happens in your constituency, just so you're able to vote come elections in December. Now, there are a lot of things that people have spoken about. There are too many things people have said in various constituencies. The MPs who want to occupy those positions have also come out to say what they can do for the people. But the issue on the ground, is it the same as what they see from what they said? So we go to the constituency, we ensure that the people talk about what they want to see in that constituency, and we pitch that against what the MPs want to also do over there and try as much as possible to scrutinize it a bit. And so we're going to be going to the Abuakwa South constituency today. That's where we'll be turning our attention to, and they will have NPP and NDC parliamentary candidates who are looking forward to taking up that seat. And we'll tell you a bit about those who are, hopefully going to be making it for that competition, if you want to put it that way. But let's take a look at the constituency itself. We'll take you there. Watch this video. When we come back, it's Constituency Lens here on Prime Morning.
In today's Constituency Watch, we are reaching you from Chibi, which is right there for a penny fee in the eastern region. This town in Ghana's political history has a lot of stories to be told. And here, ahead of the 2024 elections, we are in the constituency to speak to constituents to find out from them the issues on top of their list, what they expect the incoming government as well as their parliamentarians to do for them in this constituency. Here on the street of Chibi, there are a lot of youth who walk down the street and complain about issues such as youth unemployment and others. I have caught up with two gentlemen here who are also going to share with us their concerns they expect the politicians to address in the lead up to the 2024 elections. So I have with me Christopher, who is on my right. So what are your issues?
Well, there are many issues at hand now, but I only just on three. Okay. What are we expecting any of the government that will come into power to do is I want any government who want to come to the power to be able to make sure that our road networks are very, very good. Okay, because I'm from Kumasi and I'm here and I'm taking my NSS here.
I'm staying at Kibi here, but the new area is called Eskem, so we are nearby Kibi. Our roads are poor. Even we can't get access, maybe when it rains.
All right, so there's a long version of that that we're going to play for you. I'm sure those of you on Facebook, you can also go to Joy News' page. You can see the entire documentary over there, and you can also make a decision for yourself. Because of our time, we want to get into the conversation itself. Now, this one was supposed to have had the two candidates that are vying for that seat in Abuakwa South in the studio. Unfortunately, the one representing the NPP in the person of Dr. Kingsley Ajiman was not able to make it to the studio. But in the studio with me this morning is the NDC parliamentary candidate in the person of Nana Addo Akins Jr. He's here seated with me. As far back as 1996, this seat has been for the NPP, and Atachia was supposed to have gone for this year. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. He has to step down. Primaries were held, and Dr. Kingsley eventually became the ultimate candidate that would be facing the NDC parliamentary candidate here in the studio with me in the person of Nana Addo Akins once again. Good morning. How are you doing? And good to have you on the show.
Good morning, my brother. I'm good, and you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking, and I appreciate your time this morning. We're grateful. Great. If someone says Nana Addo Akins, who exactly, first of all, are we looking at?
When you say Addo Akins is a name that resonates in the minds of all Ghanaians, especially the people of Abuakwa South, of honesty, dedication, selflessness, and hard work. And commitment to the progress of the people.
And
That's another waking.
Great. And this dream has been for how many years now?
I mean, this is my second attempt to run for parliament. Yeah.
Second attempt.
This is my second.
The first time, how did it go?
Oh, I wasn't able to make it through primaries and all that. And this time I emerged as the parliamentary candidate for the constituency.
Okay. And how often do you spend time with the constituents?
It's a constituency that I come from. That is where I have my family there. Everything that's is basically like, it's my home.
Okay.
So I don't have to.
You're almost every time over there.
I'm almost there. Oh, I'm always there.
It means that you are very much aware of the situation on the grounds when it comes to the people.
Of course. That is the conviction that made me to stand up against the ordeal that we are going through in the constituency, because I'm very aware of what is going on in the constituency, that the MPP is taking the people for granted. Because if you look at the constituency, a political constituency as Abuakwa South.
When you say political constituency, what do you?
I mean, you cannot talk about Ghana's political history without Abuakwa South, without Chebi. You cannot talk about this nation's history in terms of politics without mentioning Chebi, without mentioning Abuakwa South. Kwame Nkrumah those days would rally down to the eastern region, specifically Chebi, to come and campaign there, because he knows that he needs to come and say something to the people over there, because it's a very strong political town. So you cannot do, that's why I'm calling it a political town. And you look at how underdeveloped that we are, and the kind of leaders that have emerged from this constituency, and how we lack development, that it means that it's time for somebody to rise up to the occasion. And I find myself to be the David of Ochimai in these modern times that we are in.
Over the years, you believe that the NPP hasn't really done much? And which areas are we looking at in terms of the development of the people?
It's not that they've not done much. They have done nothing.
Really?
There's nothing for the NPP to show there. Nana Akufo-Addo became Member of Parliament for Abuakwa South from 1996 to 2008. My brother, call Abuakwa South. Let them point to you one thing that Akufo-Addo did in the constituency. My father, Atachia, had also come from 2008 to now that we are sitting here. There isn't a single thing that he can boast of as a Member of Parliament for the people of Abuakwa South. So what have they done? Tell me. Are they not the same people who told us that we don't eat roads? So if you should construct roads, what have you done? And even the roads.
But it forms part of development.
No, you see, and even the roads. It's only Chebi Township that they've, given them a very good asphalt roads and all that. 75% of the rest of the constituency have very bad road networks. And it's a fact. It is only last week that we have 2 months to elections that they have gone to do something. We call it sappeting. Sappeting, they just come and put the gravels on the road for you. You can call people from Nkroso. They will take a video.
Nkroso is one of the towns over there.
Yes, the one of the south. They will take a video and send it to you. They use their hands to pick the tiled road from the ground like that. They can do that on WhatsApp right now and send it to you and show it to your viewers. So, I mean, what have they done? Nothing. If you look at school buildings that children sit in to learn, it is disgracing. In fact, I want to say this. The Ochenhene and the MPP came into, let me say, office at the same time. And I can tell you that the Ochenhene had built more schools with his own private resources than that of the MPP in the Abuakwa South and in Ochimai as a whole. And that is an embarrassment to the MPP, especially that to Nana Akufo-Addo.
Let's try and run through what Abuakwa South represents and some of the places that readily comes to mind when you mention Abuakwa South. What are some of the towns and the development there, if you can mention a few for us?
Well, when you talk about Abuakwa South, the capital town of Abuakwa South constituency is Chebi, of course.
Yep.
We have Achimasafo, we have Apidra, we have Nkroso, we have Kwesikonfo, we have Amanfrom, we have Ntabia, we have Adotoa, we have Adokwanta, we have Mase. It's about 33,000.
Okay.
And there's 33,000.
Abuakwa is also.
Abuakwa is also there. Abuakwa is also there. The Bunsu, Abuakwa South starts from Apidra Junction, right to Bunsu Junction. Okay. Then it stretches to the left and the right. We share common boundaries with Suhum and Etua, those kind of things. But what I'm saying is that Abuakwa South is densely an agric zone. Our main occupation there is agriculture. And then, I mean, if you look at, it's such a pity. I'm struggling because there is nothing to associate to Abuakwa South.
One very prominent thing that came up with the interactions that we had on the grounds with the constituents is the fact that most of the market women complain about the markets and how it looks like, and it's because you're speaking about agriculture. In terms of agriculture, what do you intend to do? Open the market space? Is there the need for you to also probably maybe add some more to it? How do you intend to do all of these?
So, for agriculture, it's my major focus on how I'm going to help develop the constituency. When I say develop the constituency, we have two types of development. We have the human development and we have the infrastructural development. So let's tackle the human development through agriculture. We are going to coordinate with the chiefs to give us a lot of land, any available land, which is going to be a land bank in the constituency. And then, through our central government initiatives that we are going to introduce after we have won power this elections and we are in office, of course, we are going to win.
You're confident of that?
Oh, we are going to win these elections. That is no doubt. We are going to empower whoever wants to be in agriculture to have access to lands and support to create or do their own farms. And in that, I know that it's going to end up bringing a lot of agric inputs, the foodstuffs is going to be. So it will happen that it needs to be processed. And that is when my father, John Dramani Mohammed's 24-hour economy comes in. We are going to establish factories which are going to add value to these raw materials. And then, at the end of the day, we would have to run shifts in these factories. So one same job, 3 other people, 3 different times, 3 different time schedules. We are going to make sure that these agro inputs, value added, and of course, it's going to boost the general economy of the country. And of course, our people are going to enrich themselves through this.
So that's
I am not looking at making money to come and forcefully buy people's land and put people on it as if they are my slaves and they work for me and I give them
stipends. Is that what is happening?
That's what is happening.
And who is orchestrating that?
If you ask the people, they'll tell you. And in fact,
is it the MP that is doing this?
I have not mentioned any name. If you are a journalist, if you should go there, you would know.
No, I'm asking because you mentioned it, so I want to have an idea who exactly is doing that.
In his interview with your
Joy News,
he mentioned that he have made maize very cheap in the area
from
because a lot
300 or so.
My brother, if you have about 400, 500 acres of maize farm, and you can produce in large quantities, common economics, the more you produce, the more your production cost
reduces.
So of course you can reduce.
Prices will go down.
Your price is going to go down. And we have individual farmers who are farming probably on 2-acre, 1-acre farms. They have to hire labor. They have to buy very expensive agricultural inputs to make sure they get their production on point. And they cannot reduce it as much as he is reducing it. So at the end of the day, all other farmers have lost their income because of this. So what is the essence of doing that then? No, I am not going to do that. I am going to ensure that we empower these farmers to be more stronger so that they can develop their own lives and they will have farms that belongs to them that they are not working for people. That is what I want to do, and that is what we are going to do.
Let's talk about the issue of water. I mean, they also have complaints about potable water, and some even believe that
I'm coming to the markets. You mentioned the
Oh,
markets.
yes. I was going to ask if you're going to be having a night market of a sort.
Definitely. When people have enough income to invest into their businesses, they have so many ideas that you'll be surprised. These are our mothers in the market. They are best economics people.
I agree to a large extent.
So our Women's Bank that our father John Dramani Mahama is talking about, that is going to empower women by giving them interest-free loans. We are going to make sure that our people, our market women, get access to these facilities, expand their businesses. And if their businesses are being expanded, obviously we would have to expand our markets. So we are going to expand the markets. It's going to be the first on agenda because it is something that we are going to do. And if we are going to do that by giving women money to work, we have to give them a place where they are going to work. And no individual person can build a market for themselves. Yes, you can get shops and other stuff, but that's not what we are looking at. We are looking at a centralized base system where all people can go to do business. And it's going to be a business center, which will also keep our towns very clean for, when people do things anyhow and there is no control, it becomes so chaotic. So we are going to have them centralized. I must say that we may even end up building a Kejetia in Chebi and Eden virus for our people.
Okay.
A mini sort of market like what John Mahama did at Kejetia for our people, so that real developments can come to our people and our people will be empowered, so that when some politician comes, people will not be following him all around for money and all that. That is what we are going to.
Okay.
With the water, we have a problem. It's a serious problem. John Mahama constructed the biggest water reservoir or tank or water system in Chebi, and that is a known fact. And it was producing water to almost all the surrounding towns in Chebi and all that. But with this recent development of rapid and increasingly notorious galamsey activities by known MPP people in the constituency, it has polluted the waters to the point that the Ghana Water Company cannot treat those waters for people to consume anymore. So that is where the challenge is. We are going to make sure that there is responsible mining in Abuakwa South. And anything that is legal, anything that is not accepted by the laws and regulations of this country will not be condoned in Abuakwa South. We are going to make sure that legal mining goes on, but anything illegal is going to be ruthlessly dealt with.
How prominent is this galamsey issue you're talking about in Chebi? Is it very prominent in Chebi, galamsey?
Of course.
Is it happening there?
Of course.
Are people doing illegal mining there?
Of course. Known MPP folks are doing illegal mining in Chebi. This is not a hidden fact.
And how terrible is the situation over there?
Very terrible as it is, or as it reflects on the national scale. That, you see, it's such a pity. It's sad when you see people think about what they are going to get and they don't think about the nation, the community, the people. It's so sad. If you look at how ruthlessly people are mining illegally in our rivers and other stuff in the Abuakwa South, it's very worrisome. And as we, the NDC, have said in our manifesto, we are going to establish the mining management committees at every district to make sure that things are done and done properly, so that we will not continue to destroy our water bodies and our forests. I want to say this on record. The MPP claims of planting some millions of trees and whatever, the kind of deforestation they have caused in this country just these 8 years, we would have to plant up not less than 25 billion trees to be able to recover or get back to where we were before they came into power. So I mean, it's a very worrisome situation that we find out.
Is it one of the situations over there that you would want to put your parliamentary candidacy on the line for it? Can I say, is it something that you want to boldly say that if I don't solve this, let it cost me my candidacy?
My brother, listen. I am an Achim. And one thing that we boast of is Brim. And I am a grandson of the great Asuna family. And we say that me Achenkwana na minum Brim etifi. So to protect these water bodies is my utmost responsibility, and it's my biggest dream to achieve that as a member of parliament, that in 4 years' time, when I sit here, I can be bold and show you a video of Brim, which is clean and people are drinking it again. That I can tell you. And again, I want to use this opportunity.
Okay, because of my time, we have to wrap up, so you can use that.
Yes, I want to use this opportunity as we are talking about this Galamsey issues, that Dr. Bawumia, as the chairman of the police council, as a matter of urgency, should see to it that the people who were protesting against illegal mining, who have been wrongfully arrested, should be released immediately. Else, tomorrow we are all going to be on the streets. I can assure you, thousands and thousands of the good people of this country will come out tomorrow to demonstrate if they are not released, so they should prepare for that. And of course, there are doctors who have said openly that they are not going to stop. They are not going to stop mining or galamseyers today or tomorrow. I hear he's a medical doctor.
Yeah.
I call on the medical association to immediately come out to reprehend him publicly, so that we would know that they are serious about the commitment and the fight against galamsey, because they were the first people who started all this issue or fight against galamsey. So we are looking forward to hear from them by the close of this day.
Very well. I wish we could really have a longer conversation, but because of our time, we have to be going. But of course, we're going to bring you back again. This is the constituency lens, and we're trying as much as possible to, zoom into the constituencies and those representing them to ensure we also hear from you. But I'm grateful that you were able to join us this morning.
Grateful you had me too. But that's just a second. I just want to plead to the good people of Abuakwa South that, it is time for us to have a change. Because we do politics for improvement, for development. And since 1996, we have not seen this development, we have not seen this improvement. And it is time for us to change, to have progress, real progress and development in our area. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you very much. Nanado A. Kings Jr. is the one you heard this morning. Like I said earlier, we were supposed to have had the NPP candidate also here with us. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. The efforts to actually reach him proved futile. And that's the reason why we had the NDC candidate over here in the studio this morning. That has been our constituency lens. Next week, or sometime this week, we're going to be bringing another conversation that would interest you. But all we are saying is, be careful the decision you make come December 7th. It can make so many things, and it's the reason why Constituency Lens is always here for you.